Well, hello and welcome to another Day Dominion. It is Dual Set Wednesday, and again we have an instance of Nocturne being paired up with something else. In this case, this something else seems to be Hinterlands, where we have only two cards, no, three cards from, and you can see the kingdom over here. And see that we have five night cards, three of them night durations, and yeah, those kind of dictate how this game will play out, probably. We have, I don't know, let's start with the draw this time, some draw in Den of Sin, and Stables, and also Crypt, I guess, can stash aside your treasures and then put them into your hand on coming turns. Devil's Workshop in principle can also provide you with draw if you gain some imps, but it's kind of a hard way to get your hands on that. Cartographer can help set up your deck, not in a very strong way, for the cost of 5 coins. And yeah, there is an absence of village here. There is, well, I mean, what would you even play with that village? Probably if just some sacred groves and trackers, as stables is a non-terminal draw. And there are a few, well, there are actually three cards that can gain you cards that cost up to 4, or at least less than Berserker is up to 4 in this kingdom. And all of those can mainly gain you silvers or night watchmen or trackers. Not very impressive, to be honest. Also, the Berserker attack usually can get pretty oppressive, but here, I don't know. Putting a Berserker into your deck that is going to gain you a few silvers just to to annoy your opponent a bit, I don't think it's going to be that impactful, especially since the main draw is going to be this duration draw, Crypt, Den of Sin. So yeah, I don't think Berserker is going to be that great. Actually, I mean, I've played this kingdom already earlier, won it in the first try, then wanted to try it again with a different strategy and got destroyed by the AI. So I'm kind of, uh, yeah, let's see how this playthrough will go, but I wouldn't be surprised if we lose this because it is also kind of on the very swingy side. All of the important cards that you really want cost 5, and hitting 3 or 4 is really not great. And yeah, I don't know. The strategy is going to probably involve just hammering in Dens of Sin, Den of Sins. We had this a few days earlier. Um, and some crypts, and maybe a sacred grove as the terminal, maybe, yeah, a few stables if we feel like we need that draw, but yeah, probably not too many. Yeah, the idea is just to hammer in the Den of Sins and the Crypt, and then see where we go from there. Probably try to green rather early, try to get maybe 1 or 2 golds into the deck, but yeah, it's not that great. This is the kingdom plot, the trashing, and the village. Well, I mean, village just in a sense of allowing you a card that is usually terminal, like Sacred Grove or Tracker, with another terminal if you get the right boon, if you get the Field's Gift, and thinning, of course, also only in case of you getting the Flames Gift. So really not impressive. That's why they have those stars in the plot. And yeah, what else? Gains are abundant, but not that strong because the cards you get to gain are only cards costing up to 4. And Berserker could be a strong attack, sorry, wrong button, but it's, yeah, not going to be that relevant here. Opening wise, I think you just go for a silver and hope for the best. If you hit 5 on turn 3, you're very happy. If you don't hit 5 on turn 3, you're very sad. And yeah, I mean, if you hit 5 on turn 3, you can guarantee hitting 5 again in the next turn, so you just go for it enough sin, and that's pretty amazing. But if you don't, I don't know, then you probably just stick in a Sacred Grove, hopefully on turn 4, and another silver, but already, yeah, it's not the greatest. We're trying to get our hands on an early Crypt also, probably. On the 5-2, Sacred Grove or Crypt are fine openings. Also, if you hit 5 on turn 2, you could go for a Den of Sin to have a very, very short next shuffle in which you hit 5 and get to top deck probably a Crypt or play another Den of Sin. So that sounds good on a 2-5, but yeah, we're just going to go for this double silver opening. And yeah, we'll try to hit 5 here. We do hit 5 here, and that's pretty good. Let's see what AI does. It also went for double silver and now goes for Cobbler. Now, Cobbler is this kind of hand size neutral gainer, but you only get to play it every other turn because it's a duration and it increases your next turn hand size, so that's great. But apart from that, yeah, I don't know. It's also not that impressive. And here we have 3 good options, I'd say, even 4. You could go for Stables, but I think Den of Sin gives you a bit more tempo if you so want to draw. But yeah, we could either go for a Crypt, a Sacred Grove, or a Den of Sin. And the thing about Crypt is that if you find it in the wrong hand with just a single or a copper or 2 coppers or something like that, it can be really bad. But if you find it in a good hand with many treasures, then it can be really good. So maybe, um, I don't know. I'm inclined to go for a Sacred Grove. Um, try to get some money in the deck. And now here again, we do the same thing as last time. We try to accelerate the shuffle and then probably go for a Crypt on the next turn. Hopefully find the Den of Sin. The other one we do not yet, and the last card here is really the Den of Sin. And we only hit 9 and not 10. With 10 we would have gone for Crypt and Den of Sin, but with 9, yeah, we can. I think we should put in a Crypt and probably another silver. Night Watchman here would trigger a really awful shuffle, but also in general, I think it's just a junk card that just helps you in very few cases. I think AI went for one, but yeah, I'm not too impressed with that. And this is very nice. We get to just buy another Den of Sin, which increases our chance of getting a really nice Crypt off. Let's see. I mean, I discard some cards there with this Night Watchman, but yeah, in the end, it had to spend a valuable valuable play on that. And we could go for either another Den of Sin here or another Crypt. I like both of those options. Probably for now, we stick in another Crypt and also another silver, because why not? Set aside those cards and then next turn maybe find the other Crypt. But yeah, having multiple Crypts is really nice usually because you get to stash away cards that you already had in the other Crypt. And yeah, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if we just get the pouch, we will hit 10. And we get the pouch over a copper because that will mean we put it back into the rotation. Next turn we'll probably just get the silver. Although then we might only hit, oh no, then we might only hit a big number with not that much and plus buy, so maybe it's better to have the copper out of there and take the pouch next turn. Yeah, okay. So we had 10, get to trash an estate, and that's pretty nice, but AI also does so. And we just stick into Dens of Sin, Den of Sins, whatever. And now, since we only got our hand on 5, we probably want to go for some stables. And yeah, pick up this pouch. And we do find the other one, that's really nice. And get to go stables and yet another Crypt. And then we should add maybe some more payload, but then also start going for provinces. But 3 Crypts sounds quite good to me. Now this one has 2 cards stashed away. We can just go all out here. Maybe leave one of the silvers back in the shuffle and yeah, just guarantee that for the next 5 turns, we aren't going to be concerned with most of those coppers, and yeah, hopefully get to draw into the other crypt here. We don't need the plus buy yet, so we just get this silver out of there, draw everything amazing, and even get the one of the gifts that AI would not get. And now just add double gold, I believe, and stash away a bunch of stuff and are fairly happy with our position. The other crypt has one more card, so we probably just stash away 3 here. Because this one has 5 more cards, and yeah, leave those 2 silvers in the shuffle. We will probably draw them. Yeah, we are guaranteed to draw them. Might even have over-crypted here, but I think it's fine. What we could have opted for, and what would have probably been the correct move, was to not play one of the Den of Sins, because now one of the crypts is going to get shuffled in again. So yeah, actually, do we need that much money? Probably just a pouch is better. Because now we have the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. Yeah, it's already 16. I wonder what's smartest to get out of the crypts. And here it's probably just a copper, so we leave the silver in there for a coming turn. And the pouch can get shuffled back in. Sun's Gift helps AI more than it helps us, but it's fine. And we could just go for a clean double province and hope that we draw lots of stuff this turn. AI goes for single province and nothing else. Has this Night Watchman there. Just get out those silvers here. Since we do have the Sacred Grove in hand, we can discard the pouch and even get the Field's Gift, which is like the perfect gift we would want here in order to double province. Get to play 2 Den of Sins and stash away 3, no, probably 4 cards. Yeah, the second gold probably we just leave in the shuffle so we can redraw it next turn if we're lucky enough. And yeah, this has gone really nicely, but keep in mind that on turn 3 we did hit the 5, and that was not guaranteed at all. And yeah, we do stall a bit here, but we can just go for province, probably a state. And yeah, I guess we still should be capable of hitting. We still should be capable of hitting province off of those silvers and those coppers. We probably should have left another silver in there, but oh well. Yeah, next turn we will also see the Sacred Grove. And AI seems to have gotten one of those playthroughs where it kind of stalled because of the Cobbler. The Cobbler is just a mistake, I am pretty sure. And so is the Night Watchman. But yeah, okay, AI just ends it here with 21 points. But yeah, we also had a very, very comfortable 33 points, and we would have drawn into more good stuff here. So yeah, so it went really nicely, but as I said, if you have bad early game luck, if you don't hit 5 on turn 3 and then need to buy silver, or even worse, you don't have to hit 5 both turn 3 and turn 4 if you both your silver's bottom deck, which can also happen, then you might be in for a world of hurt. And if AI plays this better, because in that game AI just went for a bunch of, I believe it was stables or Den of Sins, but anyways, it got to like 33 victory points in 13 or 14 turns also. And yeah, we achieved that also because of good draws, I would say, but also because of a good and focused build. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. 15 minutes is a nice and short, and I will try to catch you in the next one. And until then, goodbye.